Indeed. Indeed. Your boy is a newfound hockey fan, okay? And first up, who we gonna be checking out and learning about, as y'all see and read by the last name on the jersey, is the Patrick Roy. Or I think you say it like Raul. Patrick Roy or Raul. I believe, let me know how to pronounce it down in the comments below. How do you pronounce his last name? Because I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but I'm gonna say Roy. We got Patrick Roy, as y'all see. A beautiful collectible of his jersey of the Colorado. I'm a newfound hockey fan. Hold on. And I heard he was a goated goalie. I heard he was goated. I did hear he was goated, and he did what he wanted to do. So with that being said, I gotta check him out. I found out about him once I got the jersey. Actually, that's when I found out about him. With that being said, like I said, I heard he was goated and he did what he wanted to do. So I had to get, anytime you goated and you do what you want to do, I mess with you. I rock with you. I had to get his jersey. So this is how we coming today. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We rocking the fit. Something light. We coming real light on this Thanksgiving. Real light, real calm. We got to be able to have room for when we eat and stuff our stomach. So we coming real calm and real chill type of vibe for this Thanksgiving. But we still gonna bust a fit. We still gonna bust a fit, but it's gonna be a calm fit. Hold on. Because the one thing about these hockey jerseys is, for some reason, they be feeling a little bit weird. Like you gotta wear the right type of undershirt underneath, because they feel weird on the shoulders areas. Or maybe it's just me. They feel weird on the shoulders area. But yeah, when it comes to the hockey jerseys, man, they cool as hell to me personally. So, like I said, I learned about Patrick when I was getting his jersey, and that's part of why I got it. You feel me? Because when the dude was telling me about him, when I was learning about him and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get this jersey down. I just liked the way it looked. I liked it, the colorway and how it looked. Then I was like, should I get this? He's like, oh yeah, that's Patrick Roy. He said he was goated. Goated, did what he wanted to do. You gotta tune in to that guy. You gotta check him out. Even though he's not a player no more, he's not still playing. But in his day, he was goated for sure. So we finna go ahead. We finna get right to this video. As y'all read by that title, we got Patrick Roy, the goalie who changed hockey forever. That title alone speaks for itself. Like, he changed hockey forever? That's crazy. Look, I'm not a hockey fan, a big hockey fan. I do know of the sport, but I'm not a big hockey fan. Like I said, I'm a newly hockey fan. With that being said, I gotta check this out. We finna learn, see how did Patrick, the goalie who changed hockey forever, how did he change hockey forever with his skill set and skill level, man? Let's get right to this video. Hopefully we learn something new, continue to learn something new. And hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. Comment down below, where else hockey player should I not only purchase their jersey, but should I react to next? Let me know down in the comments below. What's the next hockey player I should learn about next, man? But let's get right to this. See how this went.
Overtime. The whole season comes down to this.
Wait, hold on. Is it started?
Picture this. Game 4 of the 1996 Stanley Cup Finals. Triple overtime. The whole season comes down to this moment.
Triple overtime? I didn't even know they went overtime in the game like hockey for real. But triple overtime?
And one goalie stands between victory and defeat. That was Patrick Roy's world. And he didn't just live in it.
Patrick Roy's world? You say the last name like that? That's how you say R-O-Y? Wait, nah, that can't be how you say R-O-Y. Patrick Roy's world?
Stanley Cup Finals. Triple overtime. The whole season comes down to this moment. And one goalie stands between victory and defeat. That was Patrick Roy's world.
Roy. Patrick Roy. So I don't think it's Roy. I think it's Patrick Roy. Roy. That's a hard name to pronounce. I'm not going to lie.
And he didn't just live in it. He owned it. With the Florida Panthers desperate to stay alive, Roy would go on to pitch a shutout in one of the longest championship games ever played. But was he really the greatest to ever guard the net? Or is that just what the history books want us to believe? Today, we're diving into the truth about the man they called St. Patrick.
So they saying he was the greatest to ever guard the net, the greatest goalie ever. Oh yeah, see? Hey, like I said, I got the jersey because I fell in love with the colorway, and I was damn near going to get it regardless or get it anyways. But once they was telling me like, oh yeah, he was goated, I'm like, oh yeah, see look, we authentic over here, baby. But yeah, when they was telling me he was goated, I'm like, oh yeah, it's only right then. It's only right.
Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button
Facts.
and smash that like
Let's
if you want
go.
to see more content about hockey's greatest legends. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Ever wonder what creates a legend? For Patrick Waugh, it all started in Quebec City, where hockey isn't just a sport, it's really
Quebec, like I never heard of no place like that. Not only is I'm learning about a new sport, but like I'm learning about a new place too, Quebec City. Where is that at? Like where is that even at?
religion. Born in St. Foy, young Patrick was breathing hockey before he could even walk. His dad, Michel, covered the sport as a writer, watching countless goalies and probably never imagining his son would outshine them all. His mom, Barbara, she was the real MVP, believing in his dream even when others thought he was crazy. Here's the thing about Waugh that'll blow your mind. He didn't choose to be a goalie because he loved stopping pucks. Nah, this guy just thought the equipment looked cool, but that surface level attraction turned into an obsession. While other kids were dreaming of scoring goals, Waugh was already planning how to stop them. He turned his backyard into his laboratory, developing what would later become the most copied goaltending style in NHL history. The signs were there early. I'm talking about a teenager so confident, so skilled, that he once shut down an entire team of older players by himself. We're not talking about a few good saves. This kid was making veteran coaches drop their jaws. People weren't just whispering anymore. They were straight up shouting, "This isn't just another good goalie. This is something we've never seen before."
Facts.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Patrick Waugh wasn't born with a silver stick in his hand. Everything he achieved, every record he broke, every game he stole, it all came from an almost psychotic dedication to being the best. And trust me, the story of how he got there, that's where things really get wild. But talent alone doesn't make you an NHL superstar.
Oh!
And Waugh's path to the big leagues wasn't exactly a smooth ride. Playing for the Granby Bisons in junior hockey, Waugh turned heads with his unorthodox style and fierce competitiveness. In the 1984 NHL draft, the Montreal Canadiens selected him 51st overall. Pretty late for a guy who'd change hockey forever, right?
Yeah, that's
Waugh's
crazy.
NHL
I'm thinking he would have been, how they talking about, I'm thinking he would have been like first pick overall. He was the 51st pick.
debut? Well, that came on February 23rd, 1985, when he got called up for a game against the Winnipeg Jets. But his real breakthrough happened during the 1985 to 86 season. At just 20 years old, Waugh didn't just win the starting job, he absolutely owned it. That season, he posted 23 wins and a solid .875 save percentage, which might not sound amazing today. But remember, this was the high-scoring 80s, folks. Here's where things get wild. In the 1986 playoffs, Waugh didn't just play well, he became St. Patrick. He led the Canadiens to a Stanley Cup victory, becoming the youngest Conn Smythe Trophy winner in NHL history at 20 years and 181 days. Let that sink in.
Damn, he did all that at 20 years old? He was only 20? Oh, yeah.
Rookie goalie carrying an underdog Canadiens team to hockey's ultimate prize. During those playoffs, Waugh put up an incredible 1.92 goals against average, winning 15 games and shocking the hockey world. The next few seasons proved this wasn't just beginner's luck. Waugh consistently put up stellar numbers, regularly facing over 30 shots a night and keeping the Canadiens competitive. In 1988 to 89, he won his first William M. Jennings Trophy for allowing the fewest goals in the league and made the NHL first All-Star team, the first of many times he'd received these honors.
Wow.
By the end of the 1980s, Waugh wasn't just Montreal's starting goalie. He was becoming the new standard for what a modern NHL goaltender could be. His butterfly style, which we take for granted today, was revolutionary back then. While other goalies were still standing up, Waugh was showing that getting down on the ice could actually be more effective.
Fine.
Now let's talk about
I mean, that makes more sense, though, because you got to think about it. They slide, the puck is sliding. Like, sometimes, yes, it do be up in the air, but most of the time, I'm pretty sure it be sliding, how do I say that? Gliding on the ice. So with that being said, that make more sense to get lower. Like, that only make more sense. Instead of
Great
standing
to
up.
legendary. The 1990s weren't just Waugh's prime years. They were when he completely rewrote the goaltending playbook. The 1992 to 93 season, pure magic. Roy led the Canadiens to another Stanley Cup, but it's how he did it that's mind-blowing. During that playoff run, he won an
he just collecting chips at this point. He just collecting chips.
Incredible 10 games.
Definitely GOATie.
Think about the pressure of overtime playoff hockey. Then imagine doing that 10 times in one run. Insane. And check this out. During that same cup run, Waugh pulled off what might be the greatest wink in hockey history. In the finals against the LA Kings, after making a huge save, he winked at Thomas Sandstrom. That wasn't just confidence, that was pure intimidation. The Canadiens won that series in 5 games, and Waugh grabbed his second Conn Smythe Trophy. But everything changed on December 2nd, 1995. After getting lit up for 9 goals against Detroit, Waugh was left in net to face the embarrassment. When he finally got pulled, he walked straight to team president Ronald Corey and said he'd never play for Montreal again. 4 days later, he was traded to the Colorado Avalanche. Some people thought Waugh's best days were behind him. Boy, were they wrong. In his first season with Colorado, Waugh proved all the doubters wrong. He helped lead the Avalanche to their first Stanley Cup, posting a ridiculous .921 save percentage in the playoffs. Even more impressive, he shut out the Florida Panthers in triple overtime of Game 4 to clinch the Cup. That's the kind of clutch performances that made Roy special. The bigger the moment, the better he played. The 2000 to 2001 season might have been Waugh's masterpiece. At 35 years old, when most goalies start slowing down, he put up some of his best numbers ever. We're talking 40 wins, a .913 save percentage, and getting his hands on both the Jennings Trophy and his 4th Stanley Cup. Oh, and he became the first goalie ever...
His 4th Stanley Cup? Oh, my boy was like Kobe or Jordan with this shit.
...to win the Conn Smythe Trophy in 3 different decades.
Damn.
Let's put his peak years in perspective with some numbers that'll blow your mind. Between 1986 and 2003, Waugh won 551 games in the regular season and 151 in the playoffs. He made the All-Star team 11 times, won 3 Vezina trophies as the league's best goalie, and 5 Jennings trophies for the fewest goals against. But here's the...
commercial! Hey, no, look, Patrick Roy, he's definitely that guy. He's definitely that guy for sure. Come on. Can we skip this commercial? We gotta get back to this video. We gotta learn more. We gotta learn more about Patrick Roy. It's only right at this point. My boy already got 4 chips. How old was he at this point, though?
He went to the playoffs 17 straight seasons. That's not just consistent.
He did what? He went to the playoffs 17 straight seasons? 17 straight? No, that's unheard of.
See, that's dominance. What made Waugh different during these years wasn't just the saves. It was how he changed the position forever. His butterfly style became the template for modern goaltending. Every kid in net today is basically playing Waugh's game. He showed that being technically sound was just as important as being athletic, and his mental toughness set a new standard for what it means to be clutch. Now, even legends have to slow down eventually, but Waugh's decline was different for most. His final few seasons with Colorado were still pretty impressive, especially when you consider he was pushing 37. During the 2002 to 2003 season, his last dance in the NHL, he still managed to put up 35 wins and a solid .914 save percentage. Most goalies would kill for those numbers in their prime, let alone their farewell tour. But here's the thing about Waugh. He wasn't interested in hanging around just to pad his stats. In 2003, after a tough playoff loss to the Minnesota Wild in Game 7, he took some time to think about his future. Instead of dragging it out or waiting until he couldn't compete anymore, he announced his retirement on May 28, 2003. That's classic Roy, leaving on his own terms. Looking at his final few seasons, you could see small signs that Father Time was catching up. His reaction time wasn't quite as lightning quick, and those spectacular splits weren't coming as easily. But what's incredible is how Waugh adapted. When he couldn't rely purely on athleticism anymore, he leaned more on his positioning and experience. The old dog had plenty of tricks left. Let's put his decline in perspective. In his final 3 seasons, he still won 105 games and maintained a save percentage above .910. Most goalies would call that a career peak. But for Waugh, anything less than excellence wasn't good enough. He set such a high standard throughout his career that even his great final seasons seemed like a step down from his supernatural prime. The Colorado Avalanche retired his famous 33 jersey right after his retirement.
Hey, it's only right. Come on now. It's only right. It's only right you retire the jersey. Look. Check me out. It's only right. It's only right, dude. It's only right. You gotta retire the jersey. Come on now. My boy put in real work. He put out real numbers. Got multiple chips. Come on. He did everything he was supposed to do. Hey, in my mind, it was meant to be with this jersey then. It was meant to be. Like I said, I didn't learn that about Patrick Roy until I got his jersey. Like, once I got, because I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, I like that jersey. I was going shopping, you feel me? Saw a few hockey jerseys, I liked it. And copped this one. This was one of the ones I copped because I'm like, oh yeah, I like the colorway. But I'm like, do you know anything about him? Oh yeah, I know he goated. I know he goated. That's what I do know. Oh, okay, for sure. That's all I need to hear. I'm gonna go ahead and do my homework on him, do my research, see how was he goated, what did he do, and here we are. Here we are. Let's go.
And the Montreal Canadiens followed suit in 2008. When you have two different teams retire your number,
Facts.
you know you've done something special.
Facts.
And honestly, both cities can rightfully claim him as their own. He was that important to both franchises. So how do we measure Patrick Roy's impact on hockey? Well, the numbers tell part of the story. 551 wins, which was the all-time record when he retired, 4 Stanley Cups, 3 Conn Smythe trophies, and 3 Vezina trophies. But Roy's legacy goes way beyond the stats. Think about this. Every time you see a goalie drop into the butterfly position today, that's Roy's influence right there. Before him, goalies were mostly stand-up style players. Roy didn't just use the butterfly technique, he perfected it and proved it was the future of goaltending. Watch any NHL game today, and you'll see his fingerprints all over how modern goalies play. Guys like Marc-Andre Fleury and Carey Price, they grew up studying Roy's technique. When we compare him to other goalie legends,
Roz. How is it Roz if it's no S? Roz. It's spelled out like Roy. Because if it was a T, it would be Toy. So it's spelled out like Roy, but it's Roz. It's no S though, I'm confused.
what sets Roy apart isn't just his achievements, it's his attitude.
Rah.
Martin Brodeur might have broken his records and
It's like rah.
Dominic Hasek might have had better save percentages, but nobody, and I mean nobody, had Roy's combination of skill, innovation, and clutch performance. This guy lived for big moments. The more pressure there was, the better he played.
Facts.
But maybe his biggest legacy is how he changed what people expect from goalies. Before Roy, goalies were seen as these quiet, kind of quirky guys who just stopped pucks. Roy showed that a goalie could be a team's backbone, its confidence, its swagger. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind or show emotion on the ice. He treated goaltending like an art form, and in doing so, he made it cool to be a goalie. Today, Roy's influence continues through his coaching and mentoring. The lessons he taught about positioning, reading plays, and mental toughness are still being passed down to new generations of goalies. When people talk about the greatest of all time, Roy's name isn't just in the conversation. It's usually at the top of the list. And the crazy thing is, even with all the advances in goalie training and equipment, no one has quite matched his level of dominance in the biggest moments. But that's all I've got for you today, and family.
Alright, so that's the end of this video, man. Oh yeah, you learn something new every day. Patrick Roy, he's that guy. He's definitely that guy. I spent my money on the right purchase. That's all I know. I spent my money on the right purchase, man. With that being said, hit the like button for your boy Jamaro, man. Hit the like button for if you're a hockey fan, you feel me? If you're a hockey fan, comment down below. Let me know in the chat what else hockey players should I check out next and react to, man. Or even jersey I should get and learn more about, man. Like I said, I'm a newfound hockey enthusiast myself. So with that being said, let me know more about it, man. Let me know about who's your favorite hockey player. I would love to know your favorite hockey player as well. That's all I ask. With that being said, though, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, so you don't miss no new video every time I drop a new video for y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video.